Heavy metal rock.
MyGlobalMind.
I'm Robert Cavuto, and today on My Global Mind, I'm excited to speak with Markus Grosskopf of Helloween for the release of Giants and Monsters, due out on August 29th. Markus, welcome and thank you for taking the time.
My pleasure. It's my pleasure. Hello from Hamburg, Germany.
Nice. I'm from New Jersey.
All right.
I love the album. I can't say enough great things about it. There's no filler on this album. Every song is powerful. I think it's my favorite Helloween album to date.
Thank you. Couldn't get any better then.
Tell me about the writing process. You got 7 members all coming together, providing ideas, providing demos. How does it all come together, get sorted out, and worked out to these songs that appear on the album?
Yeah, it's not an easy process, as you can imagine, because we are like 5 and 6 songwriters having great ideas all the time.
Yeah.
And first of all, it creates a big range of variety because every songwriter has his own style and writing different from the others and having great ideas for themselves. But then it comes together. I put my bass to it and put the guitars from the guitar players to it. Everything becomes quite good Helloween tune,
Yeah.
And well, we start writing in individual, separate from each other. Then we have that server where it comes all together. We put all that single files and the songs on the server while the producer Charlie is putting it all together already and in that state. And then we can go there, download songs, download files, and work on it, play some bass, put it back on the song, put it back on the server, and that's how it goes, And it's just like a great way of working for us.
Yeah. How many songs did you guys write or demo?
It's like more than 32, 34 songs we had, and it was never really easy to find out which to discuss which songs are going to the record or which songs are going down the drain, it's like a hell of a conversation we have about this. But then even with like 7 people now, it's even more complicated because they have different ideas about things, and then we talk about it, we have heavy discussions about this, but in the end of the day, you got to be a team player, accepting what the whole band is deciding,
It's true.
It's cool.
I feel that you've always been the river, connecting the 3 guitar players, different style. Does each guitar player come to you with their demo, their song, and ask for a different bass, playing bass to?
Well, they have like bass lines roughly on the tracks already, but then I come up and markerize them,
Yeah.
Markerize them. I play some hell stuff to it, and most of the time it's been accepted. But sometimes there's a killer bass line from Andy's songs, for example, I really do like, and I just wouldn't touch it. I just take it as it is. If it fits, then it fits, and the songwriter has an idea about it. It means something to him. So sometimes I play, very often also I play what they have like programmed or what they have in their heads, because it's kind of fitting the song. And if I like the lines, if I like the bass line, I sometimes also keep them,
Yeah.
Maybe adding a different note to it, or putting it more to what the drum was playing. It's always like very, very interesting listening to the finished drums. That's inspiring for me because I gotta keep the beat. I gotta keep it all stable together with the drums. So I change it more into the way it would fit with the drums, so they can build up the guitars to it.
Yeah. I know it's not a concept album, but there is a running theme with the Giants, the Monsters, the Saviors, the universe. Was that a pre-planned discussion about the direction that this album was going to go into?
No, it's been more like we had all those songs, and suddenly we had the songs and the themes. You had the name already, because a lot of them themes were about this, without having a discussion about what we are going to do. It was just like not done on purpose. It was just like there, just like that, you know.
Wow.
And then we got this Giants and Monsters theme. We thought it's going to be a great name for the record, and even for the Helloween record, you know, for a heavy metal record. And we all got our monsters inside of us. You got to fight your monsters, and then there's even some monsters coming from the outside attacking you from time to time. I mean, bad situations, bad feelings, bad things, bad feelings you got inside of you, some fears or whatever it might be. Those are all the monsters. You got to fight them, and you're winning, and you're a giant, you know.
Yeah.
And as a giant, you can fight your monsters.
That's a great insight. I appreciate that. You know, this album from the last album, it's very in line with the heightened success from Seven Keys Part 1 and Part 2. Did you try and replicate Helloween's signature style and sound from those successful albums and songs?
Not really. It just comes out like this, and
Yeah.
especially having Kiske back and having Kai back, it gets more into that direction anyway. You know,
Yeah.
we're not discussing about we got to do some more stuff that sounds like Keeper, but the way we're writing, the way we're playing, the way we're performing the songs might be reminding of all that good old stuff. You know, just because it's the same people being back in again. You know, I would say.
I thought the 2021 was close, and I think this one just nails it. This just
Yeah, it's I like it. I
Yeah.
kind of like it.
Yeah, of course. I think it's great. What are you going to do with all those leftover songs?
I don't know what we're going to do with it. I mean, first of all, we concentrate on this record. We'll start rehearsing now for like the big tour coming up in
Right.
October, beginning October, mid or end of September, and then we'll see what we're going to do. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff left, and we see what happened. There will be another record, but I don't know if we're going to do some. Normally, we use totally new tracks, totally new written tracks for the next album. You know.
That's you see, we'll never know what comes. Maybe bonus tracks, maybe
Yeah, well,
you know,
we have some bonus tracks here, we have some bonus tracks there. Maybe with lots of my stuff from the past, I will do a project one of these days in a couple of years or something, you know.
yeah.
It's all there.
You know, do you think there's more musical trust in the band these days versus in the past?
I don't know. It's cool. It's just cool the way we work, and we work. Even though if we work via servers and all that stuff, there's a great understanding with the songs, with what everybody's doing and playing and adding to the songs. It sounds all real, right? It all sounds real and right. You know, it's just like a musical understanding is there, definitely.
Yeah.
A big one.
I noticed there was like 5 duets with Andy and Michael. I know that Michael has a few solo songs by himself. I know Andy has a songs.
Yeah.
Is that a prerequisite for every album that there should be a nice balance where everybody gets an equal amount?
Yeah, that's the way we're thinking. I mean, it's not easy.
No.
Sometimes Michael sings a song which would sound better when Andy sings it, and the other way around. And so we have to always find out to balance the balance. And we always want to have like those two main singers uh, singing the same amount of lyrics
Right.
on the record. You know, it would not make a great sense. Let one singer sing 3/4 of it, and the other one sings here and there.
Right.
You know, we got to think of how to present it live, even though with the songs we're doing, Andy's singing some stuff, and then it's got to be equaled out. You know,
Yeah.
and the live show as well. It's not always easy, but it's somehow working in the end of the day. You know.
I don't want to be the referee having to decide who gets what and who gets where. That would be rough.
I don't do this. I tell you what, when I get the final files, when I do my final bass, there's some pilot vocals here and there. There's some ready guitars to go, and I play my bass, and then I'll send it back to the server. I never know what singer is going to sing that song or that song. I will know when I always know when I listen to the final mix. You know,
Yeah.
that's interesting for me as well, because they sing this, they sing that, they sing everything, and then they decide, oh, this voice is fitting better here, this voice is fitting better there, or even do both voices and share it or whatsoever. That's what they are finding out after I'm doing my bass. You know, for me, it's an interesting part of listening to it when the mix is done.
When you got to the whole album and you were listening to it for the first time, you blown away by how great it sounded? I mean, was it a wow moment for you?
Yeah. Well, but then we do it kind of differently because we can link into the mix because they're doing it in the studio
Oh,
somewhere in Wisseloord this time in Dutch, and we were able to log in there and listen to what they're doing. You couldn't really talk, but you could email or you could WhatsApp when you think the bass should be louder or the solo needs a little bit more reverb or the second voice is too low, and they really go for it then, so
yeah.
it's interesting. You have one song a day where they working on, and if you like to hear it, you just log in and you can give your comments about what you think. That was kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I had a song every day. That was nice.
That's pretty exciting. So it was recorded out in the Netherlands. Everybody else is in Germany or all over Europe.
Yeah.
And you're able to connect and hear
Yeah,
how
yeah.
they're mixing and producing
Yeah,
it.
that was kind of cool this time. Last time we did it like this for the first time, and it's working very well. It's working out very good.
Some great songs. Which ones do you think will go over live? I personally want to hear A Little Too Much, and I want to hear Savior of the World. Those are my two.
Yeah, we don't know yet. We're still rehearsing just to get hot again. We haven't played for like quite a while since the last tour. So we start rehearsing. We start doing old songs, and then we talk about how to put in the new songs in the setup, and we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We have to discuss this again next time.
When I get the album, I typically do a lot of listening to it, a lot of preparing for it, and I'm really immersed in it. I would love to hear the whole album live. That would be
Yeah,
tremendous.
but we have so many
I know.
must have songs like Dr. Steen, I Want Out, and there's many songs you really have to play to create a great Halloween party with us.
Yep.
And then the other half we have to think about. Then we have very long songs on the set list as well. You gotta take care a little not to play that many long songs. Then you don't have the time to play like new stuff or even older stuff that you
Right.
didn't do before. It's not really. It's having 17th albums out there. It's not going to make it easy to make a set list.
Yeah. I saw you in New York City in May of 2024. What a terrific show at Terminal 5. It was packed. It was hot. It was sweaty. It was a real rock and roll show. Are you guys going to come
Yeah,
back?
yeah. We did that venue twice, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that little club when I was sitting on the balcony seeing the people
Yes.
coming in.
Yeah.
I
It's,
remember.
it's, it's like Mad Max in the Thunderdome. All the people are over the balcony. They're sitting down with their legs hanging over them.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's nice.
crazy. Are you going to come back to the US soon?
Oh yeah, we come. I don't know when it will be. March, April,
Oh, awesome.
sometime around that. We'll be doing North and South America again.
Okay.
After we did Asia, the whole bit of Asia, or is that after America? I can't remember, but that is what we're going to do. There's Kuala Lumpur, Indonesia, Korea, and India and Japan, of course.
Right.
There's
Right.
a lot of stuff to do. We start with Europe, 5 weeks to Europe.
Yep.
Yep.
I loved it. I loved the show. I loved the energy that you guys were putting out on the show. One of my favorite aspects was obviously the pumpkin drum riser, but your pumpkin bass was really cool.
Yeah,
Tell me about the history of that one. Where'd you get that?
it's well, we had to put something in.
Yeah.
First of all, when we were called Halloween, there was like a dead man's head
Yeah.
in the middle, but then everybody's using a skull. Oh, very often used a skull. So we thought Halloween, that's going to be the pumpkin this time.
Yeah.
And since it's good to have a little guy being always with a band.
Yeah.
Like it's Halloween's Eddie.
Yeah, I loved it. I photographed the show in New York City, so I look forward to seeing you guys again and photographing and reviewing again. 40 years, celebrating 40 years, very illustrious career. By following your instincts and continually evolving, Helloween has developed. I guess some fans have had some disapproval with some albums in the 90s and not happy with things the way they were going. Did you ever feel confined to what, Helloween should be, or did you always want to be Helloween very expressive and every album to be a little different?
Well, a little different. I mean, we were fighting a very tough fight because of after the Walls of Jericho. We did the Keeper album, and it was a big success. But also, some people were saying that we are like betraying the heavy metal because we had songs like "I Want Out," "Dr. Steen," "Rise and Fall,"
Right.
and stuff like this. They didn't want to hear it, But still, if we write a great rock song and we like it, we don't care. We fight for like the freedom to have to do things like this, and it gives you a great variety of songwriting, a great variety of material.
Right.
That's what we kind of love,
Yeah, and I think fans love. I personally like the diversity. I
Yeah,
think it's important. Not every album. I love AC/DC, but every album, every song sounds the same. Helloween is very different. You've grown from thrash speed metal all the way to where you are now, which
yeah.
I think is full throttle metal. And
Yeah, that makes it all very, very interesting when you play a live show. You can do all this like Andy stuff is just like almost heavy metal rock songs on the pop way
Yes.
sometimes, and I kind of like that. Why the hell not? If I think it's a great rock song, why not making it? And it's great partying with those songs. They give people a jumping. The venue is moving. It's just fun. And after that, you play a song like Ride the Sky. It's just working for us, and I'm lucky that it's been accepted after all those years.
You started out as a thrash speed metal band. Was it a conscious decision to move away from that? Did you see that, hey, listen, this is only could take us so far musically? What was the decision that
It's
got you to where you are now, 40 years later?
we wanted to be a little bit extremely because we wanted to go out with something unique.
Yeah.
Could have easily done some hard rock like it was there before, but nobody would really listen to us. So we thought we're going to do something extreme, speedy, but we still want to have that melody and all that harmonies in there. And when Kai was singing, it was kind of there. But then we had the problem that he's going to do the twin guitars as well and singing and all this harmony stuff. And that was a bit much at that time, touring with him,
Yeah.
Keeping the voice together, having that guitar stuff. He sings a tune here and there nowadays, but doing a whole show from 2 hours was something very, very complicated suddenly, all of a sudden. So we decided to have a singer, and with Michael as a singer, you get totally different song ideas, You could go this way, like Dr. Steen and I Want Out and stuff like this. And it was functioning. It's just was inspiring,
Yeah, great song too. Was thrash metal, speed metal really big? We're about the same age. Was it really big in Germany at the time? Is that why you?
Yeah. There was like Destruction and bands like this and Sodom and all that kind of bands coming from Noise Records. It was kind of really, really big.
Yeah.
And they all were fans of Slayer, Exciter, and Metallica and all that stuff,
Yeah. What about Scorps? Where did the Scorpions come in?
Scorpions are already, I really do like the Scorpions.
Me
It's
too.
kind of very, very good rock music still. And I can remember, when I was like buying one of my first rock records, it was like the Tokyo Tapes album, and the albums they did after that album, the album they did after John Roth left.
John Roth, yeah.
John Roth left. There was like Matthias Japs. I like him a lot. And then they wrote their different albums, and I was listening to it. I just think it's a really good rock band,
Oh yeah.
It's not really heavy metal. What do I know? But it doesn't really matter if you like the music. If it touches you right in the heart, if it goes right from the stomach, then I don't care what they called it. When it touches me emotionally, right?
Yeah, they're one of my favorite bands. I remember hearing the Zoo at the time, the college radio station.
It's a great tune.
Yeah, and then by that time, I think Blackout came out. I was a little behind on it, and then I went backwards and got the Tokyo Tapes and all the other ones.
Yeah. It's also in a very, very interesting history. Nowadays, some people say, "Oh, Scorpions, oh, that ballad kind of stuff." Yeah, blah blah. And I said, "Well, did you listen to the Scorpions albums they did in the 70s and 80s?" No. Oh, they did albums that long ago. I said, yes, listen to this. I mean, some people define it just the definition for them is just like having one big ballad,
right?
And they don't know anything else about it. People should listen to what's going on before they judge
That's
band
true.
like this, you know.
Yeah,
And
in
there's a lot
America,
of stuff to find out.
in America, they were played on the radio all the time. The
Yeah, yeah,
rocking songs and particularly the ballads.
yeah,
As I get older, I really tend to veer away from a little bit from the ballads. I really like
yeah.
180
Mhm.
BPMs, and that's where I thought this album. You had no ballads on this. This is full on rock from beginning to end, and
It
ends with
rocks. It
Majestic.
just that's what we decided. It should rock, and maybe we do ballads here and there. Maybe with the next record, we got an idea. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it fit perfectly. And same with Metallica's 72 Seasons. Not that Metallica does ballads, but they have some slower songs plodding
Yeah, yeah.
along. And
Mhm.
I thought this was on par with that, with just a great album from beginning to end. And
Yeah,
Majestic is just a tremendous
yeah.
way
It's
to end it.
nice.
Oh my
It's
God.
nice. It's in that Halloween long term tradition. You know, we need
Yeah.
that, and that now we have another one being very long, and we cannot decide which long songs you take in
Right.
the set list. You know.
Yeah. I always thought Helloween too had a lot of longer songs. This album, I thought, in my personal opinion, and I could be wrong, I thought this was more like fast, snappy, in and out. And it was like, you're on to the next one. And that's
Yeah,
what I loved about it. Was that a
that's
conscious
it.
decision?
It's just, well, we had a couple of different songs. We decided to make a one long song from Kai because it was a killer track. You
Yeah.
couldn't leave it out. And then we wanted to go like, yeah, well, I'll have some tracks which are like a bit more snappy, like catchy,
Yeah.
like shorter and more rocky. We just kind of like it, you know.
Yeah.
It's there. Why not using it?
Yeah. My last question, I'm going to be respectful to your time.
All right.
Halloween, you talked about where you're going around the world. Halloween is truly a global phenomenon. Can you explain what is it about your music that transcends to so many people in such a positive way around the world? Not many bands can say that.
I think it's like the attitude from the songs coming from the songwriters, and we got that attitude of, well, we can have a laugh about ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And we kind of not what you see is what you get. You see some funny guys being kiddish sometimes,
Yeah.
even a bit cheesy here and there, and we're not giving you something that we are not. It's just the way we are. We're not pretending to be somebody else. I'm not pretending to. We don't have like fake names or fake looks. Or of course you wear your very best heavy metal pant on stage, and you have my very best country and western shirt or whatsoever, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But it's still being Halloween, and we can have a big laugh about ourselves and not pretending to be anything else but Halloween, and having a big laugh about ourselves. And that's even in the songs, A Rise and Fall and stuff like this. And in songs like this, you can find that kind of kiddish humor here and there. We got that aspect. I think people very much appreciating this.
I
You
do.
know, there's a lot of bands going out there looking mean, singing mean, acting mean. Well, we do this from time to time because it's metal. We play with it, but then I personally like that rock and roll aspect in having it in heavy metal as well. You know, I'm a rock and roll dude, and I can have a laugh, I can have a drink laughing, and I can laugh about myself.
That,
That's what people probably appreciate. It's like the way we are,
no,
and you
that's a
can really,
terrific
yeah.
response. Well, I wish you the best with this album. I love it. And I will be there in March, April when you guys come back around to New York City. So I will
All
definitely.
right.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Heavy metal rock.
My global mind.